How do you feel this team's coming together? A lot of different parts, new parts, including yourself. How do you feel everything's meshing?
I think everything's been great. We kind of gelled together really well from like day one. So like everyone just finding their role, sticking to it, and just playing hard and having fun.
What do you see your role as being on this team this year?
Just being a leader, being a playmaker, the point guard, who gets everyone in their spots, gets everyone involved, playing downhill. Coach Hurley has a system where he allows his guards to have a little more freedom than other teams. So just playing downhill, being a big leader.
Got to assume that freedom of the guards is one of the reasons that you decided ASU?
Yeah, it was one of the reasons for sure.
What were some of the others?
Just Coach Hurley in general. Like, he has a great resume. You know, he did a lot of things at Duke. Great coach. I just feel like his past teams haven't been hasn't been as together as you would say. I think he can get a lot of teams to the tournament. So that's kind of why I came here.
He was talking about your role, kind of getting everybody feeling good about what you guys are doing because of your ability to set everybody up. What does it feel like to have that kind of as your responsibility?
It's a responsibility I'm willing to accept because I love seeing everybody else score. I kind of like passing the ball, so like just knowing that I just got him a good shot, a good open shot is like one of the top feelings for me.
What's been some of the early things that you've worked on with Coach Hurley to really take that next step?
A lot of shots off the dribble, floaters, just kind of seeing the floor differently and making different decisions. So we watch film and we've, trained and stuff like that. So those things.
I'm sorry. You've played at a high level, so how does the talent on this team sort of compare to what you've been used to?
Oh, no, we got some great talent. We got a lot of guys who can score the ball really well, like at a high level. So, like, I was at Michigan last year. So, I mean, comparing it, I think the skill is there, the athleticism is there. I think we have a team that, like, as long as we stay together and, listen to coach and stay the course, that we can win a tournament championship, win a regular season championship, or even go to March Madness and do big things there.
Hurley also talked about your defense. How would you describe your defensive game?
I'm a dog. I like to guard. I take pride in it. So, I mean, I've been like that since I was young. Like, even Marcus, me and Marcus played together when we were younger, and he would tell you one thing I did was always guard. So, it's just translated over.
What does that do for the roster? Just like everybody seeing that, you setting the tone.
Yeah, so I like people see, it's like a thing where you get like adrenaline and it just starts to rush. Like you see one of your players, like one of your leaders just guarding and defending his tail off and playing hard the whole game. So it just makes everyone else want to do it.
Has there been anything about the team that surprised you since you came here?
Yeah, I think how deep we're going to be. Like, a lot of guys I didn't know about or maybe, like, I've heard about but didn't really get to see it with my own eyes, like, up front. So, like, some people just, like, the way they can score the ball, the way they can score the ball and pass it or, like, defend. And, like, everyone has their own things that they're really good at. So, like, that helps us, like, really well.
Everybody has to bring it in practice, too, because your role's not guaranteed, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because we have so many guys who can play. Like, we're so deep this year, like, you have to show up in practice and compete, because if you don't, then you might just lose a spot, or there's nothing that's guaranteed, like you said.
On Saturday, we saw you go head-to-head with DJ for quite a bit. What's that been like, and how have you guys gotten each other better?
Oh, no, we be having fun. So when we playing each other, we be going at it, we talk our little mess. Because, I mean, like, we know if we push each other in practice, I mean, it'll be easier for him. Like I said, I like to play defense, so maybe when someone else is guarding, it'll be a little easier because they won't be as aggressive defensively as I am. And he makes tough shots, like really tough shots. So there'll be times where he'll make a tough shot, and I'm just like, I can't do nothing about that. Like, that's good defense, but it's just better offense. So us competing and making each other better is definitely gonna help us in the long run.
What's the process like establishing yourself as a leader, despite being the new guy who transferred down to the team?
I would say, like, you gotta understand, like, how to talk to certain people and, like, understand where people's like to score the ball. But honestly, soccer. Like some dudes like Dez, I had to learn a little bit because he came from a different school. I came from a different school, and then like dudes like Marcus. I mean, I just find him like it don't matter where he is on the floor, I always find him. And then like Dez, now I've gotten to the point where no matter where he is on the floor, I can find him. The same with DJ. So like just understanding their spots, learning how to talk to them, and be a leader in that way. Like sometimes you gotta talk to people on the side, or sometimes you gotta bring the energy and talk to them loud. So just figuring things out like that.
What do you think fans can get used to seeing with a healthy Marcus Bagley?
They're gonna love it. They're gonna love it. But if he's healthy, when he's healthy, if he goes through a healthy year and just plays the way we know he can play, like you might not even be able to see him here next year. Like, he would be NBA player. That's a healthy Marcus NBA player.
With the guys that you mentioned, does that give you the ability to have the floor really open?
Yeah.
The perimeter shooting.
Definitely, because the amount of shooting we can bring this year, like there's be so much space on the floor, and like if you make one wrong move defensively, then you got an open shot there or a big open there. We got athletic skill big, so that helps as well.
Hurley said with some of his best teams that practices are like war. In your opinion, are practices like war right now?
Practices are definitely like war. I mean, as you see, like we have guys going at it, and like you come out with scars. It might have been a little chill today, a little easier today, but like usually you come out with scars and battle wounds all the time. Practice are definitely like war though.